What's going on, world? This is your boy Nick from Toe Tech, and today we're going to be doing an unboxing of the Skyreat. I don't even know how you pronounce that name, but we're going to be doing an unboxing of the ND filters for the Mavic Mini 1 and the Mavic Mini 2. So you can see I got my trusty drone right here. I have the Mavic Mini 1. I have not upgraded to the Mavic Mini 2 because I'm trying to see if that's the best option for me to go, or if I want to go up another model instead of just getting the same one. There's some advantages to this one, and as well as the Mavic Air 2. But that's a whole nother video. But today we're going to be covering the ND filters for these particular drones. And so if you're not familiar what an ND filter is, an ND filter is basically sunglasses for your drone so that you can record in the correct and have the correct shutter speed when you're doing your videos, so that your videos and the footage will be more smooth and more cinematic. So in this box we have a UV filter, a CPL filter, ND8, ND16, ND32, and ND64. So the UV filter just blocks ultraviolet light, and the CPL is like a polarizer. So what that does is it blocks reflections of things like water and shiny objects. So without further ado, I'm gonna do the unboxing, and I already popped the tape on it. So let's see what we have in the box here. So real quick, inside the box what you have is a microfiber cloth. So I know that when you're putting these things on, it can be easy to get your fingerprints on it, as I'll show you in a second. So they do include a microfiber cloth so you can clean those fingerprints off, which would make your footage not so good if you have fingerprints on the camera module. So here's the case that it comes in, a little plastic hard shell, not that big, easy enough to stick in your pocket or something like that, or stick in your camera bag. But what we have is, once again, that's the ND8, 16, 32, 64, and that's your UV, and that's your polarizer. So take one of these out and see how big it is. So this is the ND8 right here, and it's actually not that big. Pretty lightweight, so when you put it on your drone, it will not obstruct your gimbal from performing the necessary actions that it needs to take to get your footage good, and it won't error out. So I'm gonna open up my drone and let you see how it looks when you put it on there. Now I do have the Mavic Mini 1, like I said. I do have the Fly More combo, so it does come in this trusty case. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull it out. If you're not familiar with Mavic Mini drones, they're the smaller drones in the Mavic collection. And one of the biggest selling points is that it is 249 grams, so it's ultra light. That's about a half a pound. So what that does is it flies under the weight requirements of what your government might have, and that is the camera right there of the Mavic Mini 1 on the gimbal. And what you want to do is, when you're installing these things, what it does is it goes into the little vents right there, if you can see them, on the Mavic Mini 1. And I found out that installing these, it takes a little bit of practice. It's not as easy as it seems. It looks kind of straightforward, but putting these things on is kind of tedious, and I guess the more you practice, the more you will get a better grip of doing that. But I found out that I have to be very careful, because I don't want to break my drone trying to put an ND filter on there, and I don't want to break the gimbal. But so far, so good. So what you want to do is, and I already dropped it. See how good it is, or quick it is to drop? But what you want to do is you want to grab it, and I'm still dropping it. And not only am I dropping it, I'm putting fingerprints on it in the process. So you see how easy it is to get fingerprints on it. So what you want to do is find out that you hold it like that. With this finger right here, I found that real easy. And put it in the vents like so, and then it just snaps on. So that was pretty easy right there. And you got the ND8 there, and before I fly it, I'll take that microfiber cloth and clean those little handprints off of it so we get some good footage. But that right there was how easy it is to install these ND filters, and I literally just figured that out on the fly. I was having a hard time before this trying to put this thing on, but that's neither here nor there. But taking it off is just as simple as well, or maybe it's not. You bend it down, pull it off, and you go on about your day. This is the tricky part, where I think I might break my gimbal if I do it too hard. But what you want to do is grab your drone, pull it down, and pop it up. There you go. Take it off. Seems like it will break, but I think I'm being too careful. So other than that, it's on there. And you got an ND filter. So that's what comes in the box of the Skyreat or Skyreat. I'm assuming you pronounce that, ND filters. And stay tuned. I'll have some footage on what it looks like with the filters on and what it looks like with the filters off. And you be the judge for yourself to see if it helps. I also add a little bit of color grading on there just to make the footage pop a little bit. So without further ado, here we go. Alright guys, so I'm back. So you saw the footage of what it looks like with the ND filters on the Mavic Mini. You be the judge for yourself, but I think this is a worthy purchase if you have a Mavic Mini drone, Mini 1 or Mini 2. Right now these things are around 50 bucks on Amazon, and I find the purchase was well worth it because it allows me to get that cinematic footage that I'm looking for, to be able to record things at the correct shutter speed, following the 180 rule, and to get some cinematic footage for not only myself, but for some clients as well. So I found out that using these things helps me in the long run, and it makes the Mavic Mini a better drone. So that's it for this video. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up button. You want to see more videos like this, hit that subscribe button, and I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.